So welcome back everyone, Gorge George here for Chelsea vs Barcelona in the Champions League in the round of 16, and God am I nervous. What a game to come back on. But let's get one thing right. We are Chelsea and we can beat anyone. We have to go out and we have to get at Barcelona if we want to go through and try to take something to the Nou Camp. It's going to be difficult, and if I was Antonio Conte, I would be looking at every single player and saying, do you want this? Do you want to go out there and give them a game of their life? Because this is probably our hardest game of the season. I would be telling them, are you ready for a battle? Are you ready to give it all for the badge that is on the shirt? And if they're not, they shouldn't be in the team. And we just got to give them everything. If we play the same way like we did against Man United earlier on in the season, then I would be absolutely buzzing with that and with the same result. But we've got to play it smart. We can't just go out attacking. We've got to sit back at the right times and then try hit him on the counter. And that's what we're good at. So that's the way I would hope Antonio Conte will set up. Barcelona are probably our hardest task this season. And look, we're underdogs here. We are massive underdogs. But we are Chelsea and we will get through this. I'm trying to get a ticket. I want to be there so bad. So if you do know of any spares or if anyone can't make it, please hit me up. I will try and get there. I've been in contact with a couple of people, so hopefully they can try and get me a ticket. I know it's pretty late, but if not, I will go to the pub to watch it. I'm absolutely buzzing for this game, and I'm buzzing and nervous. I feel like I'm going to be playing in the game. Like, that's how buzzing I am. Like those pre-match sort of nerves that you get as a player. That's the sort of thing I'm going through. I always get out on a big game like when we play Arsenal, Spurs, Man City, United, even Liverpool. And but yeah, sorry Liverpool fans, I didn't mean to miss you out. But that's the sort of nerves I go through in a big game, and I'm really hoping I can be there tomorrow because the atmosphere is going to be absolutely magical. The whole occasion, there's a lot of stuff going on before the game, outside the bridge. But yeah, hopefully I can get there to give you the match day vlog that I normally do. But let's get on to my starting lineup. The starting lineup, I think Antonio Conte should start and maybe say who he probably will pick. So obviously in goal for me, Thibaut Courtois, and I do think Antonio Conte is going to go with Thibaut. So my back line may throw up a couple of questions, but I do think the back line is going to be Azpilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger. That's my back line. I think that's our strongest back line. And when those three play, because Rudiger can pass the ball, Christensen can drive from the back and get us into the midfield, and he can find a pass, and Azpilicueta, you know, he can get forward with the ball and put in those crosses like he was doing earlier on in the season for Morata. So those three can get us forward and they're great defensively. So that would probably be my back three, but I do think Antonio Conte is going to play Cahill instead of Rudiger, mainly because Cahill's our captain. And do you know what? If he does pick Cahill, it's not the biggest problem, because when I went to Liverpool away at Anfield, Cahill played and everyone thought Mo Salah was going to absolutely rip Cahill to shreds, and he dealt with him fantastically. Mo Salah didn't really get into the game, and I think Cahill really marshalled them out. So I know Messi and Mo Salah are different sort of levels, but everyone's comparing Mo Salah to Messi, hence why I brought it up. So if Cahill could do the exactly the same thing, he seems to step it up even higher when we come up in these big games. He does seem to step it up in these big games. So if Cahill starts, I'm happy with that. But I do think Antonio Conte should go with Rudiger, Azpilicueta and Christensen as our back three. And then onto the wing backs. Now, this is where you come into a bit of a sticky situation. Do you go with Moses or Zappacosta as right wing back? Or do you go with Alonso or Emerson or even Zappacosta out on the left wing back? So Antonio Conte has got a lot of thought when it's going, because these are going to be important roles to get up and down on the pitch to give us that width and trying to get numbers forward when we can, and to get back as well when Barcelona try to hit us on the counter. So what I would go with, I think we've got to go with Victor Moses out on the right wing back. I think he's more suited to this sort of game because he can out-strengthen Barcelona. They don't like physical, and Victor Moses can get physical with him. I think Zappacosta is a bit more of a lightweight, not saying he can't get physical, but just the body structure. Victor Moses is broad, he's big, he's strong, while Sabacosta is a bit more quicker and a bit more lean, shall I say. Not weak, but... so I think Victor Moses should start, but if Sabacosta starts out on the right wing back, fantastic, because he's quick to get forward. He puts in loads of crosses, and that's what we want from our wing back. So if Sabacosta does start, then fine. But I think Victor Moses, for me, is going to go on right wing back. Now, do we put Sabacosta as left wing back? Has Alonso still got a knock? That is sort of... And Emerson, he's not match fit. Obviously, he's coming back from an injury. He did play the other night against Hull, and he did put in a good performance. He got his assist for Giroud, kept it simple, kept it safe. But that's what you want in your debut. You want someone to do all the right things, and he did that against Hull. I know it's only Hull, and I know it's not Barcelona, but you've only got to judge him on what we've seen. So if Emerson starts, I don't think he will. I don't think he's match fit. I think the reason why Antonio Conte played him against Hull is to give him a bit, to give him minutes, but also to rest Sabacosta and Alonso. So I do think it's going to be between those two to play the left wing back role, but I think we've got to go with a left footed player. We've got to go with Marcos Alonso, and hopefully he can pop up with one of those magical goals that he normally finds himself late on in the game, or one of those magical free kicks. And when you've got Marcos Alonso on the pitch, that's the sort of threat that you leave on the pitch. Is they don't want to be giving silly free kicks away from the edge of the box, because Marcos Alonso will be ended up putting it on target and hopefully scoring from it. So Marcos Alonso goes in for me just for that, because he's a left-footed player and that's his position, and hopefully he will pop up with a goal, maybe a free kick, or maybe towards the end of the game where he push forwards a bit more. So that's my back line and my wing backs. Now to go into the centre midfield, I think this is something that Antonio Conte is going to have to think about, because I think Bakayoko is out for the game, but I don't think Antonio Conte would have started him anew, because he has been in poor form over a load of months. So probably Bakayoko wouldn't have started this game anyway, but it's now a debate whether he starts Cesc Fabregas or Danny Drinkwater. But I'm also going to throw in there, hence why I didn't put him in my back line, is David Luiz. I saw him play against Roma at home, and he's done an absolutely fantastic job. He's got the vision, he's got the awareness of where to be, he's got a long shot on him, and I think with N'Golo next to him, it would be a fantastic partnership to try, and it's also be a bit more defensive. When we haven't got the ball, we're going to have to put David Luiz in there. But yeah, I think David Luiz, probably that's who I would put now. I think Cesc Fabregas has got a pass in him, but I don't think he's got the legs to go in the midfield too. So I would put David Luiz in there personally. I think he's a bit more defensive, but he likes to go forwards. But yeah, that's my two centre-mids. And N'Golo Kante goes without question, and David Luiz next to him. I think Danny Drinkwater is not at the level to play against Barcelona. I rate Danny Drinkwater. I think he's a great player. He's got a great pass on him. He shoots from distance, and that's exactly what we want. But I think David Luiz has got going for me. He was someone who's going to absolutely relish off this game. I think he would probably live up to the game and probably get into it and probably hopefully carry us through. Someone else who could take a nice free kick. So it's always good to have those sort of players on the field. So that's my centre mids. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, whether it should be Cesc Fabregas, Danny Drinkwater, David Luiz. I'm pretty sure that Bakayoko and Ross Barkley are out with injuries, but if they're not, do you think they should start instead of David Luiz, who I've put in? I do think Antonio Conte is going to go with Cesc Fabregas along with N'Golo Kante. So on to my top three. It's difficult whether you start Willian or Pedro. They both had fantastic games against Hull. Willian got 2, Pedro got 1. And Pedro also played fantastic against West Brom the game before, which I was at. So if you haven't checked the vlog, make sure you go check it out. I think, personally for me, I would start Pedro. I think his intensity when he closes down the ball early, he tries to win the ball back in their half, which I like. He's from first whistle to last whistle, he gives you everything. And that's something that we want in this game. We want to put their back line, when they're trying to play out from the back, under pressure and make mistakes. So for me, Pedro goes in. Out on the left, I think Hazard's got to go there. There's no question Hazard's got to go there. He's the magical player. He can create something out of nothing. So it's Eden Hazard, Pedro, But if you do think Willian should start on the right, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know why you think that. Put your points. Don't just say Willian should start there. Let me know why you think that, because I will have a debate with you. I'll have a discussion with you on why you think so. You might even change my mind. But yeah, that is my left wing and my right wing. I think those two would give us fantastic pace on the counter and probably hurt Barcelona the most. So to lead the line, now, do we start Giroud or do we start Morata? That is another talking point. For a team with not a lot of depth, I think Antonio Conte has got a lot to pick from. So it's out of Giroud or Morata, who leads the line for us? I think Giroud has been, since he's come in, he's been fantastic. I don't like the signing. I think he brings exactly the same thing as Morata. I would have liked to have kept Batshuayi and brought in Giroud as well. Then I would have liked it a bit more. But he's not someone who excites me. He's not the striker that we wanted. But he has come in and he has battled. He has shown why we have brought him in, because he is gonna cause a nuisance to the back line of any defence. So, but Morata, he's a bit more quicker than Giroud, but he has been out with a knock. His form hasn't been great. He's been missing those on one-on-ones, and I can't remember the last time he scored for us, but he's got a fantastic header on him. He looked hungry when he came on against West Brom. So it is a difficult one. I'm struggling who should start. Personally, I would go with Morata. If he's fit, you've got to start him. We spent how much on him in the summer. You've got to start him in these type of games. And then bring on Giroud if it's not working. Send them on both together. Giroud and Morata. If it's not working and we need a goal or two, you send Giroud on. That's the reason why we brought him in. He's our plan B. He's not our plan A. So I think Morata's got to start up top for me. But if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. But that's my reasoning. I think Giroud has got to start on the bench. I think he's our plan B. And you can't have your plan B starting if that makes sense. So that is my starting 11. Thibaut Courtois, Azpilicueta as captain. Christensen, Rudiger. My wing backs being Marcos Alonso and Victor Moses. Then in the midfield, David Luiz and N'Golo Kante. And then leading the line, Hazard, Morata and Pedro. If you agree with my starting 11, let me know down in the comments below. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments below as well. But also leave your starting 11 and why you think that starting 11 should start. Do you think Sapakostas should start left wing back or right wing back? Do you think Cesc Fabregas should go in there or Danny Drinkwater? Or do you think Giroud should start lead the line or Willian instead of Pedro? That is the things I want to know down in the comments below. So on to my score prediction. I would love, do you know what? Not that I would love. The score is going to be Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. We're going to not let them score an away goal. We're going to defend for our lives. We're going to grind out a result like we did against Man United. If we play the same way like we did against them, if the atmosphere is the same, that's the best atmosphere I've seen at the Bridge for ages. So I want to see that same sort of atmosphere. Hopefully I can get a ticket. Let's pray to the heaven, pray to the God. If you do know of anyone with a ticket, I'm willing to pay face value or a little bit more, not too much. But yeah, that is my starting 11. That's my predicted score. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0. And hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully it's a good result. Hopefully it's a result that I want. But yeah, don't forget, if you're new around here, to subscribe down below. It's the red button. You can't miss it. I really do appreciate every single person who has subscribed already. So hit the like, leave some comments down below on your starting 11, your score prediction. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Gorgeous George. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you at the game tomorrow. If not, I will vlog it from the pub. And yeah, last but not least, come on you Blues!